looks like I'm white. So we're going to focus on playing solid again. He approaches instead of taking a corner, but we're just going to be patient because there's two corners. So even if we were to Tanuki take one, he could still take the other. Or if he takes one, we take the other. So it's not a big deal. He goes here. Normally, if they jump up here, you want to go down, protecting the corner, and he still needs a base here. He kicks. We're going to go here. This is probably safer because here there's some weaknesses in the corner. But with this, you can get Sente if he blocks here. And if he Ataris first, then you don't have any more weaknesses in the corner. So here, even though there's weaknesses in the corner, they're not that big of a deal. In fact, we might even just defend it with this move because he doesn't have a base yet. And if he doesn't play in this corner up here, we can start to build this side. So if he plays in a corner, he's probably going to play on this one, but we could still approach. I'm not sure what this is. If he peeps, I'm really not sure what he's doing. Okay, so now we're fixed, but he now has a peep here and a push. Okay, we're just going to extend. We make lots of territory. He's making some, but I feel like we can still invade this. Okay, and then he approaches this corner. And we're going to go ahead and take our corner. He approaches right away. Okay. We could do this, but then he just takes the corner, and this side has lots of Aji, like the connection between like this pincer stone and this stone has awkward space here. So we're just going to back off here. And it might look like he has a lot of potential over here, but not really. This one doesn't have an extension yet and could potentially get weak. He can only really take one side. If he blocks one side, I'd take the other. He could Sanren say, but then I just approach, and then I can just reduce slightly. So now this group is very strong. This group is very strong, and he's making an extension here. If he plays a move around here, it becomes very strong. But I feel like even though we can reduce after he plays a move like this, it probably is a good idea to play here first if he doesn't want to. And then he still has this weakness over here he has to deal with later. Okay, so this might feel a little bit slow, but this is also helping take away his base and is making the corner a little bit stronger. So I feel like I'm going to play here, and if he pushes up, it's not Sente. And if he doesn't defend, then it becomes even harder for him to get out. So it feels like he really needs to add a move here. Like this one's not Sente, and if I go here, this still doesn't have two eyes. I'm very confused. We're going to go ahead and invade them. Because like this was not Sente, you can't cut. If he runs out here, he's damaging either this one or this one. If we push here, we're hurting this stone. So I kind of want to just turn here, which is kind of putting some pressure on this group. And I don't think he can really get out or surround me, I mean. I can also just kind of come out here. And then if he pushes, I turn naturally. So it might be a little bit better to do that. I might be focusing a little too much on this, which again, he still needs a move here. And even if he does, it's still invadable, or I can reduce it. So yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and keep him split then. Okay, so he jumps out. I'll come out as solid as possible because I want to make sure I can just fight back here if I need to. If I play lightly, there's a chance he could like attach or peep or something like that. But here he just has too much going on. So we're just going to keep extending. Okay. So yeah, he can split this, but doesn't seem like the best idea. Okay, so he's just trying to save everything. Okay, we'll just push here. And again, so now this is getting into quite a bit of trouble if I play like a peep here or some approaching move. Okay, so he goes here. So now this cut is pretty dangerous because I can't just turn and capture this. So we're going to go ahead and defend against the cut. Corner is safe. Even if he tries to go into the corner, we can just play here, here, Atari, and make a base. And he didn't defend this. This group's fine. We don't really care if he surrounds. And if he goes here, we can just play over here and split the side. So we're going to turn here to protect our weakest group. Okay, he blocks. We'll just attach. Our corner should be safe. Okay, and we'll play a knight's move. Make sure our corner is nice and safe. And as he's running out, this group is getting safe. And again, we're not trying to kill this group. We're just focusing on making this group strong and making sure our corner is alive. We should be profiting at least some in the corner and some on the outside while he struggles to live. Okay, so we'll just go up here. And yeah, we'll just defend our corner. His group's still not alive, so he kind of needs to add a move here. That's probably not the best way, but it probably works. So, since this group is still weak, this group should be okay now because we can run out. So I kind of want to push here a few times to make this group weaker and reduce his bottom side. So he tries to fight back. A lot of times you don't want to just connect here because it's not really doing enough. You want to try something else first. So here, like the attach here, if he tries to cut, you can just surround and kill it. Same here, if he cuts, you can just surround and you can Atari still. So now you can finally defend. And now he's kind of created another weak group while we still have the one. And he has to be careful with a Hane here because we can maybe double Hane and surround it. Okay, so he's attaching to everything. So here, if we go here, he could peep here, we have to connect. If we do this one, he goes here, we connect. So this one has more effect on the outside. So it feels like it's better to play this connection. And we're connected here, so even if he goes here and he pushes, we can just block. If he jumps here, we just connect, and we have two connections. So he does that one. We're just going to push again because these stones are weak. Okay. So this group is kind of weak, but it feels like it should be okay. But we'll keep defending it a few more times. Okay, and then he is forced to run out. We're gonna Hane because one more Hane and we're capturing the 4 stones. Okay, and we'll just defend our cutting point and try to connect to this stone. Okay, so he tries to connect here. So there is some Aji here. I don't think we can punish it directly. If we push here, we can kind of jump in here, but we can just 3-3. So it's probably better to just leave that for now. He still has this weak group, and this one can potentially get weak. So I think we're just going to jump here and keep the pressure on this group. And once we get a lot of stones here in the center area, it makes it easier to put pressure on this group. And now that this is all kind of connected, I don't think we have to worry about it too much. We can even just peep here and jump again and jump a little bit farther. Okay. But again, our goal here is not to kill this, stay connected, and just profit somewhere else. And he hasn't really made that many points yet. This group doesn't really make that many points. This group doesn't make any points yet. And this one is still invadable. Either the 3-3 or either approaching here. This isn't making points yet because it doesn't have a base yet. This group's not alive yet, so I'm just going to extend here one more time, making a few points on the side. And yeah. Okay, so this is similar to this one. We don't want to just connect here. I think we want to play this one. And this is a little bit different, actually. If he pushes here, we go here. And if he pushed again, we could just keep pushing. Because this has enough liberties, and this has enough liberties that if we surround it, we should be able to kill it. But since he did this one, we'll just go here. Now he has to be pretty careful about the Aji here. Even if he does defend the corner, he's going to probably lose something else. And this shape is just not good. He can't cut anymore. So we're just going to jump and destroy this area. But he can't make up his mind. I guess this is not alive yet, so he has to defend. But it felt like he was trying to make points in the corner. But now that he does this one, it becomes much harder. Because if he pushes up here, I believe we just go down. We're threatening to play at the 3-3. or jump in, which maybe we can take all of his eyes away. And with this one, it's just a little bit greedy. We just turn here now, and we're threatening to cut off these stones. And if he defends, we can just capture this stone. Okay. I didn't see that one. I guess this one kind of connects and makes it where we can't turn and cut here. But his corner is not 100% alive, so we can play this attach first. And if he defends, then we can kill. But he defends it, so now we can attach here, I believe. I don't know if we're strong enough yet. So if we go here, he won't just connect here and let us connect under. He'll go here. We would have to push here because this cut doesn't work. And then probably peep here and here, which we probably kill that corner, but it's a bit risky. So I'm just going to extend here first, making sure this group stays even more safe. Threatening to cut this group off. Okay, so he just keeps defending. But now we can play a move like this, which is cutting this off and affecting the corner. So like if he tries to run out now, we just block here. And if he blocks here, we just push, and we kind of just naturally surround his weak group here. Okay, he attaches. We're going to stay connected. He kind of needs to extend here again, and then we'll just play here to take the corner. We can also probably just go here as well. This one's probably better. Even if he lives in the corner, we should be able to make a base here, which makes us some points. And it puts some pressure on this group. Okay. So this is like the, what do they call it? The Carpenter's Square, which I think ends in a ko, but I don't know exactly. But I'm just going to make a base here. I think I'll go 4 spaces because I don't want to allow this to make a easy 2-space extension. And okay, so he's trying to defend this, but we can just block here and sente. So a little bit confusing with the timing because now we can put a lot of pressure on this group. So now this is looking quite dangerous, and so is this one. His corner, I think even with this added move here, we can still do stuff here. Points wise, well, it says this is dead. It's not dead yet, but I feel like it says the white's winning by 67 points. This is not worth 67 points. So even if this lives, we would have more points than black. So again, just by playing solid, connected, making sure our groups are safe, they're not, if they don't defend their weaknesses, eventually it just comes back and they have to fix it, or they just lose the game because they didn't fix it. Okay, so we'll just try to make some points here and keep them separated. Okay, I'm not sure why this one. I'm assuming he just doesn't want me to have points here. He's trying to cut me off, something like that. We have quite a bit of liberties here. So I think we're just going to try and stay connected and cut this off. Okay. Yeah, we'll just keep them separated still. Okay, so he tries to cut. We'll just Atari this way. He's trying really hard to connect these groups together, but even if they connect, there's still no eyes. He can maybe get 1 eye here. And then maybe 1 here, but that's 2 Gote eyes. Okay. So I'd like to be nice and just let him live, but I'll just give him the 2 stones here and kill this group. Yep, just connect. But even if he takes this, I'm not sure he's alive. We'll just connect here, which gets rid of the eye on the side. Because if he pushes through here, we just block here, here, here. That's 1 eye and 2 eyes. Okay, so maybe he lives. I don't think we can get rid of this eye. But it doesn't matter. He doesn't really make any points with this group. Even if he lived, doesn't make any points. This doesn't really make any points. This one is his biggest area, but it still has a ton of Aji. This one, I believe, is a Ko, but I'm not sure. Probably should have played this one. It would have been a little bit safer. Okay. We'll just connect now. He turns, but he can't make two eyes here. Okay. I'm just gonna jump here. Because this group should be okay. He doesn't have two eyes, and then we'll just connect our groups together. Okay, so I could be greedy and play here to keep the pressure on the corner. But when I play here, that allows me to play here, which gets rid of this eye. So he's kind of damaging his own group here. So now if he captures here, I can throw in to get rid of this eye. Okay, he does resign. But yeah, he this is why if you, especially at the Q ranks, just by keeping strong groups, making your group strong, they don't really defend their weaknesses. They just kind of invade everywhere and keep going and keep going. So the skill that you have to learn after playing solid is taking advantage of those weaknesses, which when you're strong is pretty easy to do. So here I just kind of ran out. I just stayed connected. I didn't really do anything special, but he ended up getting this weak group, this weak group, and this weak group. And all I did was keep my stones connected, run out. But yeah, but I would like to thank my patrons. I have a few new ones and really appreciate your support. And I'll see you all next time.